We just studied the Sutram 33119 Gochara Sanchara Vaha Vraja Vyajapana Nigamascha. That Sutram, as you know, prescribes the affix Gha as a Apavada to the affix Ghai prescribed by 33121 Halashcha. Now let us take a Sutram which actually does the opposite. It prescribes the affix the Ghai as a Apavada to the affix Gha, which would have been done by Pumsi Sanyayang Prayena. This sutram here is 33122. Adhyaya Nyayodhyava Samharascha. This sutram gives four ready-made forms ending in the affix Ghanya. They are as follows: Adhyaya, Nyaya, Udyava, and Samhara. Anuvritti of Karnajkaranayoho coming down from 33117. Anuvritti of Pumsi Sanyayam coming down from 33118. Anuvritti of Ghai coming down from 33120. So the meaning of this sutram becomes Adhyaya, Nyaya, Udyava, and Samhara are given as ready-made proper nouns ending in the affix Ghai to denote in the masculine gender, that's Pumsi, the instrument or the locus of the action, Karanadikaranayoho. They are proper nouns because of Sanyayam. Now, these verbal roots which are implied in these forms, they do not end in a consonant. If they did, we could have just used 33121 Halashcha. But these don't end in a consonant, so therefore Panini has to do this Nipatanam, gives these forms directly, because 33121 would not apply here. So in the absence of this sutram, 33118 would have come for application, which is Pumsi Sanyayang Prayena, which is what we don't want, because we won't get these forms if you use the affix Gha. So the affix Ghai prescribed by this sutram is a Apavadha, exception to the affix Gha prescribed by 33118. There's one more complication with this sutram, is that in the Kashika Vritti, the sutram is stated in a slightly longer form, and that is Adhyaya Nyayodhyava Samharadhara Vayascha. But in Siddhanta Kaumudi it is given as what we have it here, which is Adhyaya Nyayodhyava Samharascha. So we are following the Siddhanta Kaumudi version. The Kashika adds two more words, which is Adhara and Avaya. We will take up a Vartikam next, which will deal with those two forms. So the sutram as we have it here is Siddhanta Kaumudi version, which only has four words in it. Let's take a couple of examples here. The first one is Adhiyanti Asmin iti Adhyayaha, that in which people study, derived from the verbal root ing adhyayane, which is nityam adhipurvaha, always preceded by the upasargaha adhi. Meaning of adhyaya, of course, we know, which is a lesson or a chapter, a division of a work. So that is what is adhyayaha. So that in which people study is a locus of the study. Derivation is quite straightforward here. We begin by bringing this affix Ghai following the verbal root ing adhyayane with the upasargaha adhi. This affix Ghai is implied in the ready-made form adhyaya given by Panini in this sutram 33122. The affix is being used here in the sense of adhikarane. Remove these letters ending nyakaraha gets the itsanya bahalantyam. The beginning ghakaraha of Ghai gets the itsanya balashakva tadhyate tasya lopaha. We get adhi e a. Now apply acho nyati. Since the affix Ghai is a nyat, we do the vriddhi adesha in place of the ikara of the angam, so we get adhi ai a. Now echo yava yavaha 6178, we get adhi I a. And finally iko yanachi, we get adhyaya, we get the pradmadika sanya by krit tadita samasascha, decline like rama shabdaha. Another example here is that niyantyanena iti nyayaha, that by which people lead or guide or govern. Nyaya means law, justice, also means righteousness or policy. There are a few different meanings it has. Derived from the verbal root in gatau, upasargaha ni. Derivation is similar to that of adhyaya that we just did. Not much different there. So these are some well-known forms in the language where we would be confronted with the affix gha prescribed by Pumsi Sanyayang Prayena 33118, but that is anishtam, it is not desirable here. So therefore we have to turn to this sutram to get the ready-made forms that we need.